PR Connections Radio presents. This episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is brought to you by Classy Communications PR and Advertising. Classy Communications provides public relations and marketing solutions for businesses, professionals, and nonprofit organizations. They can deliver the true meaning of your business with press releases, social media marketing, web development, email marketing, book publishing, and much more. Wherever your potential clients are, they can help you connect with them. Visit classycommunications.net to learn more about their suite of services that can help your business stand out from the rest. Classy Communications is your solution for business success.
Hello there, and welcome to the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III, and I'm your host, Jesse Oakley III. Now, the purpose of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is for myself to interview a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in the community, whether they're speakers, leaders, authors, writers, sports entertainers, people that's doing community service. You'll hear from them first, right here, right now, on the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. Now, today I have myself a wonderful guest for you. Now, I love getting a chance to interview interesting people, especially in the public speaking field. And I checked this gentleman out on the website, and you know what? This guy right here, he is the real deal when it comes to motivational speaking. And it gives me great pleasure and an honor to introduce Joel Zeff, a motivational speaker. Hey, Joel, how's it going?
Great, Jesse. Thank you for having me.
All right. And with that being said, are you ready to go?
I'm nothing but ready. This is the peak of my day right here. This is it. After this, it's all downhill. This is it.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to the peak of the day, and without any further delay, let's chat. So the first question is, how did you get your start in becoming a motivational speaker? What was your day one?
That's a great question, and it kind of came by surprise. I didn't plan to be a speaker. I didn't know speakers existed. I didn't know there were conferences. I didn't even know the word keynote speaker. And I was doing improv on the weekends for fun. At the same time, I was working at a PR agency, and one of my clients was Texas Instruments. And they said, "We know you do improv on the weekends. We're having this executive retreat. Can you come play some of that improv games with us before dinner? We think that would be a great idea." And I said, okay. I didn't say, yes, let's do this. It was more of a, sure, why not? You gonna pay me a little money? Sure. The audience was all men, all VP level, all engineers. And it was a small group. So if you're thinking, wow, this is a great audience for comedy, yeah, you're right. It was. And they had fun. More importantly, I had fun. And that's when the light bulb started flickering on about maybe offering this to other clients. And I would do that. And I never thought this was going to be my whole business. I was going to be a keynote speaker. But someone would call and say, well, we got 200 people. Can you talk about teamwork? Because somebody passed my name on, which is the secret to many things. Take care of your clients, do a great job, be a great partner, and people pass your name on. They want to help you because you helped them or you made them feel great. And that's how my whole business started and flourished, and 2,500 events later, I'm here. Sunday Morning Chat Series, baby. Jesse Oakley III.
Woo! Oh my goodness, I love it. Definitely love the day one to right here, and again, you make me go Ric Flair. Woo! That's truly fantastic. Yes, indeed. All right, now when it comes, we already got a little bit of an answer right here. So my question to you is, what type of things that you do for your motivational speaking? What type of themes do you actually progress when it comes to your motivational speaking?
Well, I use improv to talk about teamwork, culture, leadership, change. And so it's all about fun and engagement. When I first started, I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to make the audience laugh. And then I noticed they wanted more. And so I was talking about what improv taught me, what it gave me, and it gave me a great deal. The first time I ever saw improv, I moved to Dallas, and some friends took me to a show, and it was like the movies where the protagonist, something big happens, and the music goes, and there's a light, and that's exactly. I mean, it was it was as close to being thunderstruck as anything in my life, and it was a very special moment. And I knew I wanted to do it. And then when they said, "Hey, we teach workshops," I could not get my money out fast enough because I loved it. It was just love at that first moment. And so when I started performing improv, and then I joined a troupe, we had our own theater in Dallas. I got to perform with some amazing people, and it was just an incredible time in my life. And as more clients asked me to speak, the business grew. And then by 1999, 2000, it took over my whole business. I'd never planned on it. I never said, "Oh, I'm going to be a speaker." A lot of speakers today, the kind of new generation, they plot it out like, "I'm going to be a speaker," and then they just there's not authentic. They're not authentic. They haven't done anything. They just know they want to be a speaker, and they just come up with something. This was my life and what I love to do, and I just wanted to share what improv taught me because it teaches you so much. It originally was designed to teach, and I just brought it back to that element, and teaching about how to embrace change, how to help the people around us be successful, how to be more present and in the moment, how to help the people around you be successful. And improv is just a wonderful tool because it's fun, it's engaging, it's inclusive. Everybody can participate at their level. And so people want to have fun, they want to play. And then once you have fun, you play, and then we talk about these choices. It's very powerful.
I tell you, that's truly fantastic and remarkable. And the power of improv makes a big difference where you go from one point to the other point, and it just comes out of nowhere. You never expected it. The key thing is not just what happens to you, but how you adapt and react and reflect upon it.
Well, it is so amazing because it's energizing. And when the audience is having fun, and that's another thing, the audience of today wants to be engaged. Because if you bore them, if they're not interested, boom, they're going to go to their phone. You're not going to get much of a chance. They're going to go to their phone. So you've got to connect with the audience. You've got to engage. You've got to create some energy. And improv does that. People want to watch people do improv. It's funny, it's energizing, it's silly, it's whimsy, it's surprising. You never know what's going to happen. It's fun to see your manager, your peer, your colleague, somebody you don't even know that just happens to be at the same event, be a ballerina, imitate a bull rider. They want to see that. It's fun. And then they are more engaged and they're more open to the message. And more importantly, they retain the message. And that's why my keynotes, it's very powerful with the audience, and why I'm very lucky and fortunate to have this opportunity. And like I said, I've done more than 2,500 events, and my clients bring me back, and all different industries. Just last month, I've worked with dentists, nurses, bankers, school district team members. I'm forgetting some. I'm forgetting some. I have accountants coming up, financial advisors coming up, grocery store owners. So it's a wide range, and it's fun. I get to learn a little about a lot of industries.
Oh, truly fantastic and remarkable at that. Now the next question I do have for you is, when it comes to different parts of a person's career, there was always those challenges that people face, and the great people are able to overcome those challenges. Now, when it comes to your motivational speaking business, what were some of the challenges that you were able to overcome and that makes you stronger right now?
When I first started, people didn't even know what improvisation was. They're like, "What do you do?" Improv, because improv. This goes back to the 90s, and improv wasn't like today, where everybody has a common definition. They've seen a TV show. A lot of other actors and directors talk about shows that are improvised, and so it's in the vernacular. Back in the day, that's not how it was. People didn't know what improvisation was. In fact, there was a stand-up show that was called Evening at the Improv that confused everybody. They did stand up, not improv, but it was called Evening at the Improv, and it confused everybody. And so it was really educating my clients that what improvisation was and that their audience would do it. Because that, especially at the beginning, people would go, I don't know if my people would do that. And every once in a while, I still get that comment. I don't get it. I've spoken to the IRS. I've spoken to the Army, U.S. Army Reserve. I've spoken to the Social Security Administration. You name the accounting, IT, finance, whatever group. Everybody does it. There's nobody that doesn't do it. And so, but at the beginning, people would hesitate, and they think, I don't know. I don't know if my group of accountants will do this. And you have to say, everybody wants to have fun. Everybody wants to play. So you had to get over those barriers, right? What is improvisation? Will my people do it? Why are we having fun? Again, there was a time where that wasn't top of mind. That wasn't number one to bring into a conference. Fun, entertainment, engagement, energy. Today it is. They think, well, we're just wasting time. We're not focused on hard lessons. Well, we are. We are focused on really important, powerful lessons about change and about helping the people around us be successful and be more present and creating a culture that energizes us and engages us and helps us find success. And those are really important. But there was a time where meeting planners and audiences and not audiences, but meeting planners and executives weren't thinking about that. So you had to overcome that. And, it's just like anything. If you're passionate about something, if you love it, you will overcome those challenges because you'll use your energy, you'll use your time. It's not work because you're passionate about it. And those challenges are just part of the everyday work. And if everything was easy, there'd be no fulfillment. You wouldn't be, in improv, it's called staying in the game. And staying in the game means something might go wrong, something might happen, somebody might say something that doesn't work. If you stay in the game, in the improv game, you're going to find a way to be successful. Take that to your work. And that's what the best message improv ever taught me, is that if you stay in the game. Now, when you make that choice, that means you have to make other choices. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to try something different. You have to work harder. You have to maybe get more training. You have to find a mentor. You have to change your perspective. Staying in the game is difficult because you're going to have to make these choices to change. But once you do that, success will always be there. Maybe not tomorrow or next week or next month, but success will be there as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit. Improv teaches us the only thing you can't do is quit in an improv game. Everything else, the game will allow for that success to happen. If you quit, the game is over. And I just took that to heart, and that was the best message improv ever taught me.
Oh, wow. That is a good message for all the happy people out there. Take in these words, drink it in, soak it in, because you're getting prime, professional, wise words of wisdom right here from my man, Joe Zeff. And this is as good as advertised, happy people. And the next question I'd like to share with you, Joe, is the best moments. With every challenges, there are best moments. What were some of the best moments you faced when it comes to motivational speaking and improv?
I just did an event called Day of Excellence in Rapid City, South Dakota. It's put on by the community volunteers. So it's all nonprofit. Nobody's making any money. Local businesses sponsor. They sell tickets. And they wanted to create something for the community. It was a leadership group. They want to connect. They want to create something for the community to give back, to help people find success. And they thought, why don't we create this, what they call Day of Excellence? We'll bring in 4 speakers that otherwise most of these businesses would not have the budget or time or ability to bring this quality of speaker in to their company because they're too small, or they don't have the budget, or they don't have an event. But we'll do it together as a community. And I've done it twice, 2024, 2026, absolutely 1,600 people, sell out, absolutely one of my all-time favorite events. Just the energy of the audience. businesses close down and that's their professional development day. It's just electric that the community comes together, and it's all volunteer based, and it's just awesome to be a part of it. That events like that really are extremely energizing. I love a couple years ago, I spoke to a group in Vancouver, 8,000 people from all around the world, like 20 different countries. And it was being translated, I think, into 12, 15 different languages. And so you would have like 3 laughs. The first laugh would be the English speakers. The second laugh would be the first group of translators that maybe didn't take as long. And then the third group was the translation that maybe took a little longer. And it was that was probably one of the most fulfilling events, because it teaches you that everyone, no matter who you are around the world, people want to laugh, and we can connect through laughter and through a smile. And it's very powerful, and it kind of gives you hope. And that was absolutely, if I think about one of my favorite moments in my career, that absolutely was. And then having people from all different countries from around the world come up to you and say, that they found you funny or entertaining or enjoyed the message. And it just was like, wow, because you don't know if it's going to translate. You're like, I'm really loud and I do lots of silly stuff, and I don't know if it's going to translate. And so when it does, it's very fulfilling and very rewarding. And I've done other international groups, and it's the same story every time. It's just that knowing that connection is out there gives you hope, and kind of there's a light there. And so that's important to me.
Oh, truly fantastic. And I tell you what, those type of moments, it transcends with the connection that you do bring. And it goes to show you that this is not just a local thing. It is a international, it is a multicultural thing. And you're basically hitting that right there on the mark. And it's very interesting that you mentioned about people coming up to you. And let's just say for that one singular moment, a person comes up to you and say, Joel, you are an amazing entertainer. You rock big time. You are truly a professional, and I just want to be in your shoes. You inspire me and motivate me to actually give improv or motivational speaking a chance. And I just want to be like you. I want to be in your shoes. If someone were to tell you that, what advice would you give that person?
Well, sometimes I get really emotional. I love when people come up and say that to me. I mean, that's why I do it. I want to hear that. And sometimes they say, "Oh, you probably hear this all the time." I can never hear it enough. It's just so, it fills you up. It's just so amazing. And then sometimes when people come up and say, I haven't laughed like that in a very long time, and then they tell a story about losing somebody close to them or battling an illness, and that really can get. I've gotten emotional when someone says that to me. And that they haven't laughed like that, or they haven't laughed in a very long time. And that is a very, very special comment. And then sometimes they say, you mentioned, I want to do improv. And I love to hear that too. And I always tell them, and this has happened several times, I'm like, all right, I'm going to hold you accountable. There's an improv group in your town. I want you to go. I want you to sign up. I want you to send me a note. I want you to send me a note when you do your class show, and I'm going to be there with you, and I'm going to support you, and I'm going to cheer you on. And I know you're going to have a great time, and I know it's also going to change your life. And I'm not saying you want to be an actor, or you want to be a comedian, you want to be an improviser. You're going to meet some amazing people when you take an improv class, and there's going to be people from all different walks of life. People that just want to be better speakers or better communicators or better at their job, think improv's going to help them, and it will. And then there's going to be people that want to be comedians or actors, and it's a great mix of people, and you're going to have a great time. And this one woman, she sent me the photos, and I was cheering her on. And then she's like teaching a workshop about improv in her community, in her association that she's a part of, which was amazing. And, I hear that all the time, and it's extremely just awesome to hear. And I tell people all the time, go. And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, just do it. What are you waiting for? Just go, sign up for the improv class. I promise you're going to have a great time.
And those words remind me of another person who's a pretty big speaker, Darren LaCroix. And he always says the first thing, stage time, stage time, stage time. Never turn down any amount of stage time, no matter what you do, no matter where you go.
Yeah.
And that is truly kind of remarkable to actually go and, I'll use the Steve Harvey reference, jump.
Yeah.
In order to do what you need to do, you have to jump in order to get to where you want to go. And if you don't jump, how you know? So
and you're never going to be, there's never going to be a perfect time. You're never going to be ready. Just, as Nike says, just do it and, figure it out from there. I mean, if I would have waited, the first time I jumped on stage, I had no idea. There was no message. It was like, well, let's just play this game. There was no plan. There was no outline. It was just, let's do this. And that pretty much is the basis of my career, is just getting up there and doing it and figuring it out later. And there's an energy about that. And there's, for me, it's very exciting. And if you wait, there's never going to be a perfect time. You just got to do it.
Exactly. You just got to do it. Now, another question I do have for you is, we're just having a great conversation here on the Sunday Morning Chat series. And there are people that are watching this, want to know more about you, Joel Zeff, the man, the improv speaker. And where could they actually go to know more about Joel Zeff?
They should call my mom and ask her some questions. I'm going to give you the number. By the way, my mom's name is Karen, and she's the original Karen.
Ooh.
And
very nice.
I'm not. That's not a joke. She's the original Karen. She's been asking to see the manager since I was a young boy. I just saw her for Mother's Day, and on the Mother's Day card, I said, "Happy Mother's Day to the original Karen." To learn more about me, that was don't call my mom, because I would not wish that on anybody. That's going to be a crazy conversation if you do call my mom. My website, joelzeff.com, just JOELZEFF.com. That's the best way to connect with me. LinkedIn is a great way. I think we've connected on LinkedIn, Jesse. And anybody watching the show, if you go to my website, fill out the email, or go to LinkedIn, send me a message, mention the show, Sunday Morning Chat, and I will send you a free chapter from my new book, Make the Right Choice, Lead with Passion, Elevate Your Team, and Unleash the Fun at Work, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or wherever you purchase books. I will send you a free chapter on change if you go to my website, send me an email, or to LinkedIn and connect with me, or send me a message and mention Sunday Morning Chat Series. I'll send you a free chapter on change.
And that is a winning combination right there with Joel Zeff and Sunday Morning Chat Series. And just go to the website. You can go, it's easy as getting on your phone right here and check out the website. It just takes like that. All you have to do is it's that simple, it's that easy.
Yep.
All right. Now, this portion of the episode is called the shout out portion. If you can give a shout out to anybody that made this journey possible for you, who would you like to give a shout out to?
Oh, wow. Well, I think obviously the group, all the performers that I started with at the theater in Dallas, they are some of my absolute favorite people in the world. And they were there at the beginning. And, we kind of learned together and performed in some wild, we could do a whole episode about the wild, crazy stages that we've been on in situations, breaking down in the RV, sleeping in a parking lot and just crazy drunk audiences. They were there at the beginning that to me, those are some very formative years. And I always say, if I ever have this opportunity, is my teachers.
Mm.
I am here because of my teachers, and whether my teachers in high school, my college professors, they gave me the foundation for everything that I do. And so I'm very lucky that I had so many awesome teachers that helped me along the way. And then today, there's so many partners. It's magic every time some client chooses you to be on their stage. It really, magic has to happen because there are so many options, you don't have to have a speaker. You could take everybody to mini golf. There's a lot of competition and there's a lot of great speakers. So whether a speaker bureau books it or they book it direct, there's a lot of things that have to happen, a lot of magic that has to happen for me to step on that stage. And so I appreciate every person person on the committee, person at the speaker bureau, the meeting planner, the person that gave my name to the meeting planner, the person that saw me at this conference gave my name to the CEO. And it literally is magic every time I walk on stage. And so I appreciate all those people. That's a lot of shout outs.
Hey, that's a whole bunch of shout outs. And go to show you, it takes a whole group and a whole team to actually get things together. And it's big time. If you're going to do big things, you need a big group that's right there. And because no person, no man, woman, or anybody can do it all by him or herself.
Yeah. And that's why before I got on the call today, I was sending a couple texts recommending my speaker friends to a client. I don't get anything out of it, but it brings me joy. And I think when you help people, it comes back to you. If you think about that, whatever business you're in, if you think about partnering with people, helping people, not think about what's in it for me, and it will come back to you. And when you have that mindset and philosophy, that's how your business grows.
And that is true. What goes around comes around, my friend. Oh, all right. Now, the last question I do have for you is addressed to the people that watch this episode and the podcast. And these people that follow me and like to watch it, they're called the happy people. And they always have they're always taking something amazing from each guest with these final words of wisdom. So if you were to address my people, my crew, the happy people, about one more wise words of wisdom, what would it be?
Okay, I love it. In my keynotes, I talk about celebrating the small moments. That when we're little kids, we celebrate everything. Everything in our life is this. Our parents celebrate everything in our life. As we get older, we don't have as much celebration. We just think it's part of our life, part of our job, what we're supposed to do. But these little moments, these ta-da moments, that's what I call them. Ta-da! Like when you're a kid, everything is a ta-da. You do great things every day, and you just think it's part of your day. We have to start celebrating them because that fuels our passion. So every day when you have that moment, I want you to think about it. I want you to celebrate it. And because that's important. You did something great for the people around you, for your family, your partner, your community, your clients, your customers, your team. You did something great every day. And you didn't celebrate. And that's what I want you to start doing. It's to celebrate those ta-da moments because that fuels our passion. And part of that celebration is every day when you go home from work, think about all the people you had contact with. And you said, did I give the people that deserved it that positive support and appreciation? And if you didn't, then tomorrow, because we're thinking about on the way home, I want you to appreciate those people. Send a note, email, text, call them up, see them in the hall. I don't care. Call them. Say thank you and I appreciate you. Do this every day. You send that positive support out there, it's going to come back. And that energy is what success is made out of. And it's giving that appreciation, giving that positive support because it's a gift. It's the best gift you can give anybody. And it doesn't take any money. It barely takes any time. I gave you two. Celebrate the ta-da moments and give people positive support.
I tell you, those two wise words of wisdom are a perfect bookend to a wonderful episode for the Sunday Morning Chat series. And Joel, on behalf of all the happy people that are watching this, I thank you for taking the time to be here on the Sunday Morning Chat series with Jesse Oakley III.
Thank you, Jesse. I had a great time. Appreciate it.
All right, and this concludes this episode of the Sunday Morning Chat series. And for more information about PR Connections, go to prconnectionsradio.com. But wait, there's more. If you want to check out a plethora of podcasts that are under the PR Connections brand, go to YouTube, type PR Connections, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the comments, and check out a plethora of podcasts that are under the PR Connections brand. But wait, there's also more. If you want to check out some past interviews I've done for the Sunday Morning Chat Series, you could go to YouTube and type up Sunday Morning Chat Series, and you'll see me interview a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in communities. I've done these episodes. You can check out the past episodes from 2020, 2021, 2024, 2025, and right here in 2026. That's right, 5 years of positive people making big differences in the community, and I got a chance to interview them. And on behalf of Joel and myself, this is Jesse Oakley III, thanking you, the happy people, for checking out another episode of Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. Stay tuned for our next episode, which will air Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until next time, you take care of yourselves, and always, always, always have a great day. Bye.
The Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce brings businesses and nonprofit organizations together to create synergistic relationships that benefit the community. Join our tribe to network with community and business partners, increase sales, improve fundraising efforts, differentiate your brand, help worthy nonprofits, and more. Become a member today. Visit our website, causemarketingchamber.com, to see how we can help you grow your business or your nonprofit organization. Click on the Join Now button at causemarketingchamber.com. Help us build a world where social responsibility is the new bottom line. PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.